Hi everybody, Zach here for another episode of our flagship program, The Spideydude Experience. This episode is brought to you by our loyal patrons over at patreon.com/Spideydude Network. Pledge today and get both early access to content on the main channel, as well as entirely exclusive content, like brand new shows and commentaries for old Spidey stuff, including commentaries for the MTV series, for example, as well as the video editions for Voices from the Eyrie Gargoyles Podcast. And our Patreon first show focused on the Krakoan era of X-Men. We also want to encourage you to check out our other programs that are all available on Audio Edition. These are all over on Spideydude.com, and they're available on your favorite podcasting app. Shows like Clone Saga Chronicles, the show that started this entire network, Spectacular Radio, Spectacular Sal Buscema era podcast, Amazing Spider-Man Classics, the Slot Symposium, and the sister program on this channel, Make Mine Mayday. As always, be sure to hit the like button. It really does help us big time in the algorithm. And additionally, if you have topics you'd like to cover on a live show or in a recorded medium, make sure to leave a comment down below the description or shoot us an email at SpideydudeRadioNetwork@gmail.com. Finally, make sure to join our community. Be alerted to all new updates by hitting that subscribe button and clicking on the bell. But to be clear, your viewership is more than enough for us. And if you want to hang out with us off YouTube, you can always go to our Discord, where we have all sorts of fun stuff, or you can join us on our social medias and follow us there. All the links are down in the description below. As always, we want to be making some references to visual aids and or live comments. If you're an audio listener, pay that no mind, but leave that 5-star review for us. Any and all feedback we will read on future episodes. Thank you, and without further ado, let's get rolling with this episode.
Yeah, I hate this damn thing. All right.
Hey,
damn,
everybody,
we almost got it.
I think we just need to upload the thing.
We got it.
It was about to finish. It was about to finish. I took it away. No.
Okay, add it back to stage.
I'm putting it back.
Oh.
Time to move on.
All right, move on.
And we're done. Keep it rolling.
And we are here.
He's Adam's had it. He's throwing a fit. He's like, I'm done. I don't want to put that intro out of my face.
We got the Shadow of the Green Goblin. Welcome to this latest episode of the Spideydude Experience. We are covering the first 2 issues of the 4-issue miniseries written by J.M. DeMatteis. And we did the interview with him a while back. If you have not checked that out, I highly encourage you to go do so. We've already got super chats, or we had super chats. I don't know where they went. Don't know why they vanished. So anyway, hi to everybody watching us live. Oh, hey, look. Jacob says he's so excited he loves Spider-Man. If you're watching us live on YouTube, welcome. If you are listening to us on the audio edition, welcome as well. If you are watching us live, be sure to, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking about the show as we go.
Join
chat. The super chats will get priority as always. And anytime we have super chats or super thanks, they will get priority over regular comments. So, all right. So,
why'd you
Adam.
laugh? Are you the goblin?
Proto-Goblin.
I am the Proto-Goblin. He's got more. I've got more hair. So, yeah. What's good, folks? This series is shaping up to be an intrigue and the best stuff JMD many of recent. Walter, I don't know what happened to your super chat.
Hang on, I'm going to look for it if it's in here somewhere.
So, welcome, Adam. By the way, hello for popping in.
Hello.
We didn't get a chance to talk before the episode. You just kind of,
Yeah.
So, I am. Yes, Goblin. What's up?
I'm Goblin.
Goblin Neil.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have a name. Okay, so I found him as Walter's super chat. He says, "Why does this title sound like a commercial for a razor? Do you struggle with the Shadow of the Green Goblin? Well, I've got a razor for you. The jackpot razor will remove that pesky shadow." Oh yeah, you snuck in a jackpot joke, didn't? Yeah, you cheeky little.
You son of a. Damn you, Walter!
Cheeky little so-and-so.
All
Damn
right.
dirty apes.
So,
Yeah, I saw Planet of the Apes.
did you? Is it any good?
Oh no, not the new one, the original
Oh.
one, the
Oh.
Simpsons musical version.
The what?
You made a monkey out of me.
I have a series of questions now that I didn't expect
Wait,
to have.
you didn't know that? There in the Simpsons, there's like they take out of a 21-minute episode, they take 2 minutes aside to like just do the Planet of the Apes musical with Troy McClure.
Okay. So sorry, so Walter, we did get your super chat. All right. So the first issue, and I'm going to say this. I like this cover better. It's the cover that I ended up getting.
The Del Mundo one, right?
Yeah, it's so good. I love the Goblin popping out of the back of Norman's skull with a bunch of pumpkin bombs. Like
The first one looks like he's in a Maybelline commercial.
maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe he's Goblin. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, the Del Mundo one is much better.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this one's fine.
That's not bad.
This one,
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, Walter, $50 super chat. Face it, gang.
Holy-
You hit the nail.
holy crap! What's up, Walter? Thank you, buddy. Damn, sorry.
He's got better eyelashes than I do on this cover, and I don't like that.
He looks. Hang on, he looks so happy.
His eyelash game has always been on point.
Let's
He's
be
just-
real. From
Yeah.
like his original first appearance, even like the
Yeah.
Ditko era, like
Yep.
But I
Like-
love it though. He looks like he's so happy to be here.
Hang on.
He has those anime girl eyes. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he has like a magical. Norman does like an anime pose, and he does a magical girl transformation to the Green Goblin,
Yep.
fucking Sailor Moon.
like a Sailor Moon transformation.
What are we doing?
It's an underrated aspect of the original Ditko design.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the magical girl transformation was an underrated part of the Ditko design. That would be so peak if
he had the
Ditko drew an
broom.
anime if Ditko drew an anime sequence, that would hit so hard.
I feel like having the jet broom kind of fits that a little bit somehow.
And they say that a hero could save us. Not gonna stand here and wait. I can imagine that playing as like Norman does his little Sailor Moon transformation.
Man, the Sailor Moon transformation tried to take me out. Damn.
Oh, is that why you weren't talking?
That's because my internet decided to take a dump again.
No.
Thank you, T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the Marvel haters said it was impossible, but good things can still happen at this publisher.
There's his first appearance. They're Ashley. So I mean,
Where he's riding
know.
the hog rocket.
the what?
The hog rocket.
Broomstick, sir.
He
Yeah,
looks
well,
like
you-
one of the Sanderson sisters.
I'll say it's a broomstick.
The one that rides the vacuum cleaner. That's what he looked like.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta mute. I'm not allowed to talk.
Whoa. No, this is fun. This is fun. Wiping it out. So okay. I did want to talk about a couple of things too. Neil, you want to talk about something earlier on the news, right?
Oh yeah. Marvel has finally decided to go into Overwatch territory.
Woohoo!
Marvel Rivals, the new hero shooter, God help me, has finally begun its alpha playtest. I've got a friend of the show, Tyler, has been giving me running commentary on it from our Discord server together. They actually leaked a whole. Okay, thanks, Vakeman. Spideydude brought to you by T-Mobile. The hand that feeds us also bites us.
A terrible
Yeah.
sponsor.
Is it 4 out of 10 right now?
So apparently there was a bunch of leaks that came out about about the roster. Most of this we already knew, but apparently they got taken down. I'm trying to see if I can find like the roster because the Spider-Man stuff is not huge in here, but Spider-Man is in here, obviously, portrayed by Yuri Ben 10, does war crimes against the automatons Lowenthal. And as an odd one, Penny Parker is in the lineup. She's obviously being a diva clone. Like I said, this is just Overwatch with a Marvel skin. So, Jeff the Landshark is in the character roster, proving that. Okay, I think Zach died again. Neil, no Spider-Man. Good story. Let's see.
Yeah, there you are. Thanks, T-Mobile.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh.
They knew you were shit talking. That's what happened.
Yep, it's because
he's the only one they can punish.
Yeah.
Well, it decided to switch back from my phone to my my home internet, and which is annoying.
Walter.
Oh no, Walter.
You notice that they drew Green Goblin look like my ex-wife. I didn't know Marvel hired her to model. It's a riffing episode, boys.
Oh no.
That's more savage than my ex-wife jokes. Damn, son.
But this game, okay, so the game, I think we've talked about it before, but it's being developed by NetEase, who apparently just make a bunch of like microtransaction-based mobile games. You can tell this because they really made Penny Parker the diva equivalent, and no one cares about Penny Parker or Luna Snow except like the Korean audience.
Is there any pictures that we can throw up on the screen?
I'm trying to find. Let me pull some up. They actually brought back Galactus's daughter, from like that one shot from 2009. Yeah, because otherwise they couldn't get the horny esports boys to play.
The fact that Galactica even appeared was a cool nod. Spidey's costume, and that reminds me of the Play Arts Kai figure. He actually
here's I guess I'm kind of gonna cycle through some pictures and find some. Sorry. So here's the team lineup. Like I said, this game is really wanting to ape the Overwatch audience.
The game is not out yet.
It's in its closed alpha playtest.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna be later this year.
Tyler, friend of the show, Tyler, aka Symbio Bro, has been giving live commentary as a playtest. He's crashed 3 times.
You better scroll up on that Black Panther. Let me see that.
Oh, Daddy Panther.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I know this is like brain rot, but I kind of thought these designs were like AI generated for a minute until I realized they weren't. Okay, you can understand why I'd be confused.
Why does Doctor Strange look so like he looks like a F-boy?
To be fair, that's Doctor Strange to a T. He is an F-boy.
He is, but damn, son.
So, friend of the show, Josh Keaton, is playing Iron Man.
Nice. What's up, Spider Talk?
I say friend of the show as though we know Josh Keaton personally.
I mean, I've interviewed Josh Keaton a couple of times, so
I haven't. Yeah, Radiac's right.
Is actually Bishansky's actually friends with technically.
Radiac's right that Marvel's behind the curve like 5 years too late. Overwatch died like years ago, even before the sequel came out. Oh, Spider Talk's in the chat.
That's what I said. Hi, Spider Talk, Neil.
Oh, sorry. I was in my own little world for a minute there.
Yeah, I clearly. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Having a bunch of VTubers play.
Don't ask me why I know that. Okay. Oh, Walter, why do you know that? I want to know. Okay.
Because he watches VTubers.
So I sent the link in the private chat, Neil. You want to throw up the Marvel Legends thing right quick?
Sure. Hang on, I'm pulling it up. All right.
Yeah, Hasbro Venom Let There Be Carnage Marvel Legends series was announced. You might have seen the short that I did on this particular figure. here on the channel. Like I say, kind of notable because it's the first time outside of Otto Octavius that they're doing bendy wire tentacles. So instead of 4, this is going to have 5. It's got 2 different hand swaps. It's got a head swap. Deluxe figure, $24.99, going to be available at all major retailers. So all your favorite fan channel places, and it looks like it's going to be available at places like Walmart and Target as well. So you might be able to pick this up later on the summer, according to Dan Yoon on Twitter, who is one of the 3 Trinity of Hasbro Marvel Legends guys, using that 85th anniversary style packaging, which I actually like that box art now. So pretty cool. I'm excited. This one looks really good. They knocked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park with the Venom one. I have the Venom one from the first movie. A lot of people might be complaining, oh, why did it take so long? I'm fine with them taking their time if it's going to be this good.
The white teeth look better actually here than I think they did in the movie.
Yeah, because the movie was a like CGI mess.
Yeah.
I think he looks better close up than he does far away.
I love his
And
knife
that's
hands.
Just my personal, he looks good there. Like when they show the close-ups on his face, you can tell the detail, but on that box, it looks cheesy in my opinion. Just the mouth. I don't know. It looks weird. Like they put they whitened his teeth or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's supposed to have black teeth, but for some reason, I don't know.
You know what? I kind of think that Carnage was like an asset reuse, and they just had the yellow yellow.
Well,
white
I don't know, dude. This
he had the teabag teeth. That's what they wanted.
You know what? That tongue head looks very similar to the Venom one. To be frank, that may be reuse. And
I'm
that's
assuming,
awesome. That looks really good right there.
I'm assuming this is that Dan's the one using the account. Yeah, didn't mean to accidentally blow you out, Dan. But
phrasing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, there we
go.
All right, so I mean, anybody else have any thoughts on this? There, Adam, you said you liked it. Thought it was cool.
It looks good. Yeah,
it does look good.
Can't afford toys. I'm also probably giving someone a seizure pressing these buttons because I can see they're flashing.
Please don't.
Yeah, we like our viewers. We don't want to give them electric soldier Porygon experience.
I gotta say, I mean, I think I said this before on another show, but the figures these days are looking really good.
Yeah, I think it's because of, I don't want to say it's solely because of Pinless, but I think all the new improvements they've made have led to a much more consistently good figures.
The last 5 years, like you look at the older figures and you look at these newer ones from Hasbro, and the leaps that they have made has been significant. I think they've seen why people like the import figures, and now they're trying to bring that type of thing to Marvel Legends. And I think they've done a mostly pretty good job. There's still been a few missteps, but
the one with the tongue out reminds me of Zach after smoking a cigar. Zach, when was the last time you smoked a cigar?
It's been I think I smoked one on New Year's. But I do the Bill Clinton method. I puff, but I don't inhale. So,
well, that's what you're supposed to do with cigars.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, some people like actually the puffing and the inhaling, but that's just not for me.
And moving on.
All right. Let's move on. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just to kind of put a pin in it. I don't know why my post on Ultimate blew up. Like I thought I put a pretty decent analysis, but I don't know why it blew up to the way it did. But that's all I'm gonna say on it because this isn't the show we're talking about.
Ultimate, but yeah, man. If you want to come talk and chat Ultimate, you're more than happy.
Feel free.
Feel free, dude. Okay, so let's talk about these first 2 issues. God, shut up, Walter.
No, I'm not putting that on the screen.
Yeah, we're not doing that one. No.
I just read it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go around for the first issue grade. Adam.
Probably even A-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's hang on to make it more
I'd
accurate.
give them both A's.
All right.
I think I like the second one a little better, but
Okay.
but
So
they're
A-ish
really
for issue
they're
one.
good. They're good issues.
Ashley, your grade, ma'am.
I'm also in that A-ish. A-ish. Yeah. I do have to agree with that. I do like the second one, I think, a lot better than the first. So
Yeah, the first one felt like it's a setup issue.
It was.
Setup. There's good stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Even some back story in the beginning too. So
Yeah. I give it an A minus. Neil, did you read these books? I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
read them. Okay. For context, I came on very last minute. My previous discussion about with who was going to make a bunch of Sins Past jokes about Storm and Norman.
It's like one page.
I decided better. I'd give it like a B plus.
Okay, B plus.
There's parts of the book that are kind of funky art wise. But I think the characterization is on point.
Yeah.
I'm not used to teen Peter so much these days.
I'm used to goofy mid-20s man-child Peter.
I think what's cool is that they reference that I was thinking about this when I was reading it. They reference that story he did in Amazing Spider-Man Family, like around the Brand New Day era ish. And I remember I've like half read that, and his voice for Peter there as a teenager, from what I remember reading, was like totally different than here, which I like it better here because I think in that little short story, it's very like, it's kind of like a weird, too modern, almost dated kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I like it better here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think it was a much bigger deadline because it was part of that. Yeah. I agree with you there, Dan. From Spider Talk, this is definitely like the JMD that I love. I adore the Ben Reilly series. Full stop. The second series kind of left me a little cold.
The Lost Hunt one. Okay.
The Lost Hunt.
The second one is kind of tethered by Peter's drug trip in the third issue, and it kind of the plot kind of grinds to a halt to have that psychedelic moment, and then it never really picks up that pace.
I could have that. I felt like that was one issue too long of a series. Mm-hmm. So I do love the 9-panel grid in the first page. I love this opening splash page.
Night Dan, since he's leaving for the night.
Hi, buddy. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for coming by. So the scene with Proto Goblin and his not real family, I thought was such a DeMatteis scene. And it was like one of those things where I was like, man, like there's so much layer and complexity. And then I do love how May and Peter are not kind of in sync here. And there's been several times where he's written that dynamic between the two of them over the years. I distinctly remember there was an issue, I think it was ASM 400 or the same month, that when he killed off Aunt May, which was my all-time favorite Aunt May story, which...
Jesus Christ, Walter's just pitching Goblin products in the chat. Goblin burgers. I gotta agree with Radiac. I like these DeMatteis Untold Tales, but I'm kind of a bit lukewarm on them in the broad sense. Like, how much can you mine from the classic eras that people really like? Like Peter David's symbiote Spider-Man is a much more obvious example of why I think it has limited value, because the original Alien costume saga wasn't very long, but we've milked like 5 different minis out of that like very narrow era of storytelling.
It's surprising when you're doing like a chronological read through of that era of Spider-Man, you sit down, you're like, he only had the suit like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
The symbiote one, he did have the black
the
costume
suit
broadly for a
longer.
while.
Yeah, he had it for about 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was 87. 300 came out. But
tell your dad.
or 88.
And Radiac brings up a good point that like DeMatteis has wanted to progress the Spider-Man instead of just going all the way back to do the Untold Tales. Like he said, he can do modern stuff. And like I would love to see him take. I even said it to his face that I would love to see him take on like modern Scarlet Spider, Kane and Chasm and Hummingbird and all the stuff that's been added to the mythos since he left.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frustrating.
I think he was into that idea too.
It's just very frustrating knowing that like he wants to do it, and like the guys at Marvel are just like, hey, go back to the era people like.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guy who wrote Spider-Man before, go write Spider-Man. But
Jess even says like they should make more. I would be down to like for a while if they wanted to. You know how Iron Man just recently went back to like the Alex Ross armor for after Slott's run ended.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And that was sort of like a really like a return to form for Iron Man as far as aesthetics. I'd kill to see Spider-Man in the black suit again for a while. I know it's kind of more nowadays associated with like, oh, Peter about to beat the crap out of some people and tear faces off. But I'd be fine with Peter wearing the black suit permanently again for a while.
Yeah. I'm of the same thought. And to me, it's, yeah. I like the black suit. There are advantages to it. It's probably the best. I mean, I'm partial to Ben Reilly, but Peter never wore that costume, so like in terms of being an update to a costume,
it'd be like wearing the costume off of a corpse. Like, hey, I'm gonna grave rob my brother and steal his suit for a bit.
I mean, if he's out of suits, it would be kind of a fun story.
Identity Crisis 3.
If he's trashed all his spare suits, and he's got none left, then
he's like, oh, it's wash day. I guess this is all I have.
Hey, there is an issue of Amazing Spider-Man that Stan Lee wrote where it was the first appearance of Bagman, where he had a bag over his head going to the laundromat.
Honestly, him going out in the animal crop top as his wash day and fighting crime would be a peak. Sort of like what McKay did in that one issue of Beyond.
Yeah. So
that's what the kids want, Marvel.
give us the animal crop top.
Peak returns. Animal crops. I love the splash pages. I think the first issue had more pages to this than the second one.
I think it's like 30 versus 22 or something like that.
I would say this book is very dense.
Oh yeah, it is. You get your money's worth with this one, folks.
Yeah, there's a lot in it.
If you miss compression in your comic books, oh baby, I got something for you.
I feel like there is some decompression just for like the story proper, but again, like I said, talking about Ultimate, both of these 2 issues, they're essentially done in ones that have a common through line. They can be read independently of each other. Like you can read 2 and you miss the beginning, you miss the setup with 1, and you should read
Goblin.
1. Yeah, but like 2 stands alone pretty well, I think.
I think so too.
Better yet, I'll give him a second. First of all, I am not shaving the beard.
No, he said your head, I thought.
I'll shave my
beard or the head.
Yeah,
that was me.
Look, I'll shave my head for $50. That's not a big deal.
Jess is right? That I think Spider-Man fans just want a new chapter for Peter because,
Yeah.
broadly, we have been stuck in the Brand New Day era for, oh, Jesus, almost 20 years. I'm almost as old as that storyline, just to put into perspective.
I mean, I like the take on this because it's like, it's old, but it's like him telling it, like, his future self basically telling, the storyline, which I think is kind of fun too, in seeing it regress.
It's a nice framework for the story.
I think just more referring to like what we want to see out of Amazing and why this title works in comparison to that. That Peter in the modern day is reflecting back on his youngin' days with the character from the Clone Saga or the reboot. Proto Goblin was 98. Proto Goblin was 98, right?
It was before the reboot. Yeah, and they explicitly say that in the letters page on issue 2 of when this character first appeared.
I just want to make sure because
it was 1997.
Flashback. Does anyone else get like Diet Stuart Immonen vibes off of this art?
I get a little Stuart Immonen vibe from like Ultimate, and I also get
his Spider-Man kind of looks like Immonen's, I think.
Like I honestly swear, like the page where Proto Goblin's throwing Spidey in the first issue looks like it came right out of the issue Immonen did where Peter's fighting Goblin.
Yeah, I kind of get that vibe a little bit. I also get like, who was the guy that did the Grim Hunt issues? Was it Michael Ryan? He was like a Daredevil guy
for Brand New Day, or
the first chapter's a Brand New Day. Hang on, Grim Hunt.
Like this isn't as obvious as like David Messina using the photo mode from PS4 Spider-Man as like a template, but I see a lot of imminent influence in how he draws Peter.
Michael Lark, that's who it was. Michael Lark.
Okay.
I think you said that earlier.
I said Michael Ryan.
Well, before that, I thought you said like, oh, when Neil was talking about Stuart Immonen, you were like, oh, Michael Lark.
Did I say Michael Lark off the top of my head?
You might have.
Zach is correct. Oh! Walter here with $50 telling him to shave his head, paint it green, and yell that he loves Jackpot.
Good God, it's not Halloween yet.
All right, Zach, your challenge has been
accepted. But I get to keep the beard. That's my one condition.
This is terrifying. I love it. We've created.
Actually, we are halfway to Halloween. I keep hearing, so it fits.
It is. I have a show tomorrow for Halloween. It's a Halloween themed show.
You are wearing a Darth Vader dress.
I know.
Right now. Awesome. It is cute. It's adorable. What would be the goal to shave the... Oh, man.
What would be the goal to shave the beard? Oh, okay.
150.
No. Here's what we'll do. We'll make it a Patreon goal.
Oh, shit.
Subscribe to the Patreon, and if we reach a certain threshold, we'll have Zach shave the beard.
Actually, yeah, you should do. Do a little.
Keep the beard, but dye it pink. Okay, that's okay. Hang on.
It's
not telling him.
Green Goblin.
It's not telling him to shave the beard, but it's getting him to do it.
I mean, there is spray and dye though, like the.
I can do that. Hair. I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that for an episode of SD. I will.
Can you do the glitter beard?
Oh,
I will do. I will do.
And then for Christmas, we can get ornaments and you can hang them in there.
Okay, how about this?
We'll put like a Spider-Man.
How about this? Purple. So for the Green Goblin aesthetic. So for the next Revenge of the Green Goblin, I will do, or Shadow of the Green Goblin. I will do the green, shave my head, do the green with the purple glitter beard.
Okay,
Whoa.
so this is getting into our numbers because I'm on the Patreon right now. We have 37 patrons. If we get to 45, Zach shaves the head and dyes.
Is that paid or free?
Total. 37 total.
Okay. That's yeah. So I think
So-
like 29 of them are free or paid.
20.
So
Not to go too much into the insights, but if we get to 45 total patrons or 50 total patrons, Zach will shave his
Let's
head.
do 50. 50.
Yeah. Even 50. So go to the Patreon, and even if it's free,
I will yell, "I love jackpot" one time.
can we do like
We will
remember
we
Arrested
will make
Development? Remember Arrested Development where the guy turns himself blue? I think Zach should do that,
Yes.
but with green.
No. Like the Blue Band Group. Oh. Okay. All right.
The terms have been set.
Hang on. Yeah. If we get more people on the Patreon, and the deadline is before issue 4, so we got 2 months.
Let's say like August, because 4 comes out, I think, at the very end of July. We'll probably, let's say, like, we do the show in August.
By the time the August live show,
yeah.
That'll be our deadline.
Okay. Yeah, by August. That's our deadline. We will clip it. We will make it a YouTube short, and
I will drive
Post it
down to where Zach lives to film it to ensure that we get the full thing.
I've got a tripod and fucking
Yeah, but you can edit it. I want the full footage so that we know it's the real thing.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like
you can't go, "Oh, I lost the footage. Oops, guess we can't do it."
Oh, I would listen.
You would never.
We need.
Oh,
Zach
this is
to
correct.
ad
We
bump
need
for
we.
this.
Hey guys, this is Zach. Get to 50 get the 50 patrons and I'll dye my face green. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm already thinking of which shade of glitter to send you.
Oh, there we
do
go.
this.
Ashley is
Yeah.
like fully committed to this bit now.
Our viewer count has gone up since we started this wager.
I love this so much.
Anyways, we're here to talk about a comic book, so let's talk about issues.
Yeah. So let's wrap the issue up. Let's wrap part 1 up. What did we think about the reveal of Emily? Because I'll be honest, I went, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Okay, as someone who, I don't hate the reveal that it was Emily in Slot's run, but to me it felt like Slot needed a twist for his last arc. He was like, "Oh, I guess I'll just make Harry's mom come back." Sure. This feels like, oh, hey, we're getting some use out of Emily the character now instead of Emily the plot device.
Well, I mean, we've always me and I wish Greg was here too, because me and Greg have talked about this. So we have never gotten confirmation from Mr. Weisman, but we have often speculated that Marina Sirtis would have been cast as Emily Osborne, aka Councilor Troy,
because of the Demona connection from Gargoyles.
Well, I mean, she does love to play that type of character, but yeah. And so I do hear her in my brain when I'm reading this. But the first issue legitimately surprised me, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm in. Because, again, like, Slot has a really, sometimes a bad habit of, hey, let's throw something out there and see if it sticks. And does it work? And the Emily thing for me was like, wait, why are we throwing this in here? Like, it didn't.
You demanded it.
I never gave a crap about Emily. I think I cared more in Spec because she was just a side character that never spoke the entire 2 seasons.
Slot is interesting ideas, poor execution. Yep, Jess is right.
You know, again, if we're going to do a big deep exploration of Harry, and I'm surprised that Spencer didn't use Emily. You know, you could have easily explained Emily's return in the modern day as, oh, it's another one of the Parker Industry or Clone Conspiracy clones, but I was very like taken aback when it happened in ASM, but here I was like, oh, because here's the thing. I know, I trust, I believe in J.M. DeMatteis, and I know he's going to actually do the character deep dive justice.
Give it something to do.
Like he's not doing. It's kind of like, you know, when we interviewed him the first time when we were doing the Ben Reilly series. He talked about doing Spider Side his way, and I kind of like, okay, DeMatteis, doing it your way, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. So I'm like, all right. So then we get to issue 2. And what you guys? I mean, you guys kind of said similarly gave it a grade, but just for we want to wrap up issue 1 before we. Anything else? Anybody? Anything to add?
The only thing that I have to add, and I don't even know if this is adding anything, I really did not care for how they made teenage Peter Parker look kind of like Harry Potter.
Well, that's from that's from the original comics, to be fair.
Well, that's fine, but I didn't really care for it in the modern.
His hair, though, his hair's more Harry Potter-esque in
yeah, it kind of is.
He's got like a fuller, shaggier head of hair here, kind of like a Speck a little bit.
It looks like he came and emerged from underneath the cupboard, like the staircase. Like, that's what it looks like. Like he's like, here I am from under the staircase. Like,
Aunt May, I crave wheat cakes.
That's one thing I don't know why it's kind of bugged me a little bit, but I'm like, oh, also I kind of like this in a weird way. So
you know what? Art nitpick: Peter and Aunt May are eating waffles and not wheat cakes. 0 out of 10. Book discarded.
Yeah. Okay. That by the way, that splash page. Talking about art for a second. I got such Romita Jr. vibes with the rain.
Oh yeah, the rain one. That's a good one.
This is
the one with the kid web slinging.
Not that one. Although I like that splash. But I'm talking about
the one in the rain. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
I love how it's raining in Manhattan, but like literally in a condemned apartment like next to the city. It's just it's bright as day, or it's no rain at all. Just it's dramatically raining for Peter's effect.
Well, Peter is the definition of.
He's a messy bitch. He's a theater kid.
He's a theater kid, and he's the definition of a Jewish white kid from Queens, with his guilt. And
Walter wants to know what the phone
number
is. Let me pull up the
part that never probably
no one ever leaves a voicemail. Yeah, so the phone number is 818-925-6631.
Is he doing that now?
I have no. Oh God.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I know. Knowing Walter, if I get a quick call, then
we'll take it live on the air.
I can do that. Hang on.
No.
Oh, is he actually calling or?
Excuse me. Given Walter's comments,
Walter's out there.
Dang, where's ours?
He got that. Did you bring it up to share with the class?
Yeah, really.
Oh, he's gonna trip over the dogs.
His dog's like, you didn't get me any death.
No way, he's actually doing it live on the air.
Yeah, it's because my phone's
so nervous.
You know what? He did drop $50.
You want me to answer it?
He did.
Like, yeah, answer it. He dropped $100 in super chats. We kind of owe that to him.
Yeah.
All right, hang on, Walter.
Please don't be like tinfoil hat.
What did he? Did it go to voicemail or?
No, he. I think he hung up.
Oh.
Try again, buddy.
Anyways,
mute that line so that way it,
I like when Peter self-sacrifices to give people a better day, and
I like that too.
I did like that Gwen looks like she's a cop's daughter. She's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, to that one guy who's like putting the moves on her and like sexually harassing her.
She's like, I don't drink.
went- I'm like, okay, spicy Gwen, I'll take this. This is the Gwen I like. This is like Ditko Gwen. I'm like,
she looks
okay.
like she's about to call the manager.
she
And then
gives
she is the
zero-
manager.
She's like, oh yeah, let me get the manager. Oh, by the way, I am the manager. One of those.
The Doom guy song. Dun, 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 dun. I can imagine like the only thing they fear is you playing as she beats the shit out of him and tosses him to the table.
He said your
Almost.
intro is so long.
Oh,
On the phone line. He said your intro is long.
oh, my bad.
Did he call back?
I don't know.
It says that he was calling.
If you want, if you ever want to call in on the show live, I mean, the voicemail line.
Did you bring enough to share with the class, Zach?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Chick-fil-A. I only like the French fries. That's it.
The spicy chicken sandwich is good.
There we go.
The Chick-fil-A sauce, though.
Well, you can make that at home way healthier.
Okay, well then you send me that info.
The recipe? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have like recipes.
There's a guy on TikTok that gives away all the.
I know. I love Jordan so much. I love him. So much.
Why do you look like? Oh my God. Okay, hang on. He left the voicemail.
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
Oh no, and there's evil laughter after his.
Oh my God. Can I do the Frasier thing where he goes, "I'm listening"?
All right. All right. So it's, I sent it to voicemail.
Let him on the air. He paid
Yeah.
$100 in super chats. Just let him come on. Just let him be a messy bitch with us.
Okay. All right. Walter, call back. I'll answer it.
Jesus Christ.
You went through the intro like 17 times, and you're like,
Christ.
send the man a voicemail.
Welcome to the voicemail line of the Spideydude Radio Network. I thought I did a damn good job of doing my intro.
Doesn't need to
It
be like
probably
15,
sounded like that.
Doesn't need to be
It
15
did
minutes.
sound like that. I made sure to sound like that because I wanted it to sound professional.
So it sounds like when you call into customer service somewhere.
Do we have hold music?
You've reached movie phone. Press 1 for
What's the hold music?
What's the hold music?
The hold music, yeah.
Answer.
All right, here we go.
All right, Walter, hang on.
Hello, Walter. I'm listening.
Oh no. Is it just breathing? What is happening?
I was trying to answer.
Did you hang up or?
I don't know.
Okay, we're moving on. What do you think of Aunt May being an asshole in like a Sally Fields-esque way?
Oh, you know what?
It reminded me of that.
Yeah, it literally is kind of just the same scene from The Amazing Spider-Man, where
More or less, yeah.
Sally Fields goes to Andrew Garfield's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you going and getting the crap beaten out of you? Where do you go, Peter?" But isn't that what she says? I don't remember. I don't
Maybe.
have Netflix. I don't have Netflix anymore. Or is it on Disney Plus now?
It's
I
probably
think
on
it's-
Disney.
I think it is.
Let's go
hang
find
on,
out.
hang
I'll
on.
pull up Disney Plus right now.
Hang on, I've got his voicemail. Hang on.
Gwen looks like she's a top. This is Walter. To that I'm calling to one, let you know you have 39 pages. I'm like, okay, that means you only need 6 more Patreons.
Okay, I'm not the only one who feels like listening to like a serial killer's message, right?
Because he didn't mute the damn show. Okay, I'm just going to read the transcript. This is Walter. I'm calling to let you know you have 39 Patreons. This means you only need 6 more patrons for a green-headed, purple
No,
bearded,
we need 11 because the deal is 50.
50.
Yeah. red nose that joiner. And if this happens, I will travel to Texas with Jackie, and be more than happy to take part in a special edition of the show and critique y'all's new style. Maybe a comic book I didn't get drunk enough. All right, let's get to 50.
Okay, so I pulled up Amazing Spider-Man Disney Plus. I am looking at the scene where Sally Fields catches Andrew Garfield wandering in. Like, this is just the same scene.
It kind of is.
I'm okay with that. I like that scene in the first movie.
That's one of the better scenes. Sally Field was,
giving it her all. Zach, answer the damn phone.
You have to mute.
You have my personal number. Just call me.
Do that, and also just mute YouTube or something.
Yeah, mute YouTube if you're gonna call in.
It's like the radio. It's like the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Walter just joined as a free member.
There we go.
We're already one step closer. We only need 10 more for Zach to become a green man.
Walter, just call my personal line. You have my personal number. And if you don't, I'll shoot me a DM or something.
All right, let's talk about the next issue. We've talked about.
All right, issue 2.
I love
Jesus
it.
Christ, we spent like 50 minutes talking about the first one and just vibing.
That's what this is, a vibe session.
All right, best cover, guys. I'm going with Panosian, the black suit variant cover. That's my go. That's my one.
Okay, let me.
Oh my God, Jess is trying to call in too. He says the intro needs an edit.
Everybody's over your intro.
All right, let's go around the horn for grades. Ashley, what's your grade for the second issue?
It was better than the first one, so it is definitely an A, not like A-ish, which I bounced between. Like, was I gonna give it like the first one a B plus or like a low A? So this one's like an A, solid for me.
Ashley's grade is A. Adam?
Yeah, I'll give this one an A.
A for Adam. Neil, your grade.
It's a big step from issue 1. I'd give it an A.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Eyes around the table, baby.
And
so Jess is trying to call in. So
okay, I gave it an A without the minus. Dude, is Jess your friend?
Yes, Jess is my oomphy.
Text him and send him my number.
Fine, hang on.
Everybody's so mad at your intro.
I know, right?
It just is not loving the art of the comic overall. Hang on, I need to go grab my phone so I can text Jess my. Okay. Jess, open Discord. I'm sending you.
Just a how can I say it? It's a prelude to whenever we do inevitably live callers.
Oh God, we're just use Discord for that.
Well, it's just a little bit terrifying though, because some people like would like prank like radio shows. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah.
I think it would be funny based on like the people that watch this and stuff. I think they'd be hilarious, but then you always get some of those weirdos and it's like super heavy breathing kind of thing.
Especially if you're on the episode.
Okay, well, just when I start streaming video games, I can do Discord voice calls, so I can do like community nights when we're streaming Pokemon.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, Marvel Rivals stuff. Okay, hang on.
All right, so
keep talking while I send Jess your info.
What did you like about?
I just called you.
What do we like about the issue?
Yeah, what did you like about the issue, Ash?
I like the heart-to-heart with Sandman.
Same.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute that they're just both like, all right, we're just tired.
I'm tired of beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, let's just
and the money blew away.
Yeah,
it's not like, worth it anymore.
Dang.
I'm tired. My feet hurt. Let's just go home.
Yeah, he's like, I already got a beating the other day. Like, let's just chill, And I really appreciated that moment. I thought it was awesome. It's so cute.
Well, and it also like kind of references there was a time where Sandman went from being a villain to a good guy.
Well, even now he's not even like a bad guy. He's just like a reluctant
kind of a
villain
tweener
these days.
To use a wrestling parlance. All right. Hang on. You are on the air. Hello.
Jess, friend of the
Hi
show.
there.
Hello.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. I promise not to look at your phone number.
It's fine.
I'll probably have you delete it from your contact info, and then I'm going to delete it from our private Discord.
No, yeah, that's completely fine. Whatever. No, I honestly was going to just get up calling, and then Neil gave me your phone number, so I just felt obligated to. No, I'm not been a huge fan of the art of the comic, and I just wanted to see you guys discuss the art. I feel like most people like it, but I wasn't just a fan. I don't know. It just feels very muddy and too messy.
I think it's maybe the colors that are the main problem. It's Chris Sotomayor who's the colorist.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's maybe the main reason why.
Art apologist.
No, that's Adam's job.
Adam,
No,
what?
it's not bad of a job. It's solid quality art. It's just, I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. Like, you remember the Century comic from the early aughts, the first run?
The Jay Lee ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shadows, and there's a lot of. It does have a feeling of like a little noirish, while trying to still be a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it fits the tone of the story.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it quite does, because it doesn't really feel like a noir story. It feels like a monster movie, and I don't know.
I think the scenes with Emily, and particularly in this issue with Proto-Goblin and Emily,
Proto-Goblin.
You know,
Characters that don't have like normal faces.
No, that there's also a lot. It's like trying to balance a cartoony and realistic style.
I do kind of like that, though, actually. I do think like the faces are heavily detailed, like you would get someone who's kind of doing more realism, but there's kind of a balance between the more outlandish stuff and kind of the more human elements of it all, I guess. I don't know.
Call me, Zach. I can't super chat for an hour.
You guys enjoy the rest of your stream. I'll still be listening.
First of all, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of it. I know you're Neil's buddy, and you came on for Neil, but thank you for being a part of the community, and we really do appreciate it.
For sure. You guys remind me of like old Spider-Man podcasts I used to listen to as a kid, and it's just cozy. It's really nice.
What podcast was that?
You'll have a good one.
No.
He's leaving Zach blueballed forever.
Was that the crawl space? Old school crawl space days?
Hang on, I'm DMing him on Discord. I need to find this out.
Yeah,
I love it. He's like, all right, gotta go. Bye.
Gotta blast. He does the Jimmy Neutron thing, just flies away.
God damn. All right.
He doesn't want to admit what the one was.
He's like, not that.
It was JR.
Oh shit! Walter became a new patron. $15.
I already said that.
No, he became a $15 patron.
Oh shit! Thanks, Walter.
Thank you, Walter. Speaking
He
of,
really wants to see the head shaved and that beard color.
he is committed to this bit.
He is.
Good. Works for me. All right.
All right, hang on.
Okay,
You were not on the air yet.
So
Walter, you are on the air.
Well, gang, you hit the jackpot. I'm here.
What is with you and the jackpot?
Because he likes pissing you off. That's entirely it.
Well, I mean,
Oh, no.
he's done that since like 2006, or 8. Listen to that devil laugh.
I personally found that book absolutely hilarious. As bad as it was, I found it fun.
Yeah,
It just made me laugh. It made me laugh because it was one of those so bad it's good type things. And
And the fact that you hate it makes that joke so much fun.
I mean, I'll be honest. I hate the concept of Mary Jane as Jackpot. I do. I hated it in 2007. My positions never evolved on that.
Well, you remember way back when everybody was like, give Mary Jane powers because the complaint was that Peter can't be married to a quote-unquote normal person. Then everybody, I think it was me, you, and a few other members of the board going, that's the dumbest idea we have ever heard. Well, of course, Marvel took that ball and ran with it.
Well, I mean, they've taken that ball and I mean, how many of the supporting cast now has superpowers? Most of them now.
I think like Betty and Robbie are the only people who don't have associations with a super anymore, aside from Peter.
Well, I mean, Betty still has Ned.
I mean, she has the hobo goblin.
You can't, apparently in Marvel New York, you can't walk around the corner and spit in a direction without hitting somebody with Spider-Man powers.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, there's now 3 in the, well, shit. Okay, we got Jess,
Miles,
Aranya,
Cindy,
Cindy Moon,
Ben,
Ben, Peter, Spider Gwen's now in the 616.
Do we count Spider Side?
Spider Side technically because he's got the powers.
Wreck Rap.
We're at 10. We're at 10.
Do we count Julia? Do we count Julia?
Oh yeah, because yeah, but she's Madam Web, so
but she can still do the web. She can still do the quick flip.
She's technically a spider person because she's part of the Web of Life and Destiny. So, and Spider Boy, we have 11. So even if you don't count Madam Web, it's still 10.
I think it's time for a calling. Now,
I'm old enough to.
Me, it's just me. There just seems to be too many people with Spider-Man powers.
Or you move Ben and Kane out. You know,
send them to Texas. Send them to Texas.
Send them back to Texas. I enjoyed the hell out of that series.
Well, Ben's going to be advertising for Mountain Dew soon, so you're fine.
Oh,
hello?
Okay, can you hear? Can you guys hear? So Walter,
I can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Can you hear everybody else?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but what about Neil and Adam?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah,
and
I can
I'm
hear
just
Neil
here.
and Adam
and Ashley.
I'm just here.
Yeah,
I don't...
Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool.
So just made a point that that the caller is the only one that can hear us.
Yeah, I needed to make sure that the buttons were pushed. That may have been my bad. So sorry.
Well, we also don't do call-ins very often, and I don't think we've done a call-in since like we started using StreamYard as our apparatus.
We did that for the 25th anniversary.
Oh, I guess we did, but it's been a long time since we did it. So
it's been a year, almost.
It's been more than that.
Let's get to the point. What the real reason why I called?
Yeah, get to the point.
Zach is going to die. He's going to shave his head and paint his head green, and dye his beard purple, and paint his nose red.
Paint my nose red.
Yeah, you got to go through the whole. Well, you can't be a true Norman Green Goblin, so we're going to go with the drunk Green Goblin.
I mean, I don't need much paint for my red ass nose as it is.
Say some more like that, he'll just tomato up.
But really
it's already starting.
Shut up.
But the true thing is that if the goal is met, I will come to Texas.
Oh Jesus!
He's actually going to do it. Holy shit!
That would be amazing.
And if Zach so desires, we can do a special one-on-one or with the group podcast. So one,
I've got.
Curse at me for.
I got the equipment. I got the equipment.
Yeah, I know. No. Taking a drink on the glare.
All right, buddy. It's because my ex-wife got half of it in the divorce, okay?
Holy shit! This sounds like Steve Blumgreen Goblin. Oh my god!
People are listening. This is why Zach wears a baseball cap every time he's on the show.
Yeah, that's exactly why. That's because look at this shit.
It's blinding.
Oh my god, Chrome Dome.
But I figured, it gives you a sense of Zach, because I know Zach always wanted to meet me, and I want to meet Zach, to be all honest with you. Yeah.
Well, hell, you may end up meeting Brad along the way as far as you got to drive.
Well, I'm only driving from South Carolina.
Oh, I thought you were.
Says I'll drive.
Oh shit!
I'll fly. You can take it.
That's fine.
I didn't realize he was closer to me than he was to the rest of you.
I thought you were still in Illinois.
No. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
so
thank you.
It's still a little bit of a drive.
Coming soon from Marvel Legends. Drunk Green Goblin. Zach is Professor X. Oh, yeah.
Nathan, you gonna call in?
Oh,
too?
Zach, we can make you do Professor X, the current Professor X sign for co-op. Hang on, I need to show you this because Zach looks exactly like. Hang on.
Listen, if they ever do Professor X with a beard, I am totally cosplaying as Professor X.
Zach, funny you should say that.
Say that, yep.
Damn. Dude, that's Zach.
Clarification on the voicemail.
Thank you, Walter, for calling in, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Bye, Walter.
Bye, Walter.
Hey.
All right, buddy.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. It is me.
I'm making this the episode thumbnail. For the audio edition.
Well, maybe.
For the audio edition?
Yeah.
All right, for the audio edition, that's fine. Nobody's going to understand the concept.
If only you knew how bad things really are.
He's almost as dead. His eyes are almost as dead as mine. That's fine.
He's been through it.
Won't.
After Nimrod fucking Titanfalled the gala.
Yeah, that's fair.
Looks like Walter White, to be honest. It's like Breaking Bad.
Okay, so Zach, this is me being dumb. So Jess gave me the lore of the podcast he watched. Did one of the crawl spacers read an 80s paperback of the first 5 issues when they were a kid while they were sick?
Yes.
Mm.
That'll be Brad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about this fucking
old school crawl space. Back with me and
back in the Skype days.
Yeah, back when we were doing shit on Skype. Oh, how Microsoft fucked that up. I still that has to go down as one of the worst acquisitions and fumbles in the history of tech, because it finally got stable and it was finally good, and then they just fumbled the bag. All right.
Anyways, let's talk about book.
Let's talk about the book.
I covered what I wanted to cover. Sandman, awesome. Next,
take on Sandman was peak. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was Norman at the bar for a minute before he became Sandman. Which
John Byrne would like a word.
Okay, to be fair, I think that was intentional on. I don't think it was intentional on DeMatteis' part, but I didn't look at the shirt pattern. I thought it was like a collared shirt.
Yeah.
Until he turns into Sandman.
I just love the panel layouts of this book. Also, is that guy dead? Because like
he goes flying. Holy crap!
He got Sal Buscema punched and he got flailed back. Yeah.
Okay, that bit where Norman is in the penthouse and he jumps to Harry and he touches the necklace and it turns into him for a second. That's peak.
What is that? I'm kind of. Are we supposed to take that figuratively, literally? Is that like a?
I think that's figurative.
Is it like a nod to the Mephisto thing? Like,
I think that's a nod to what. Again, this is getting told in Peter's perspective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so,
I mean, this has already happened. Is it just speculation on his part? What happened, like with Harry and Norman and all them? Is that just speculation? If he's telling us from like the future,
it's based off of what Harry said to him. Is my understanding. It's Harry's account to him, and so, you know, the thing about that scene is that literally flies in the face. Of everything that they've done with Norman in the last couple of years, where Norman's a good guy. Like,
I just wanted to. Oh, sorry.
I felt like that scene was like, oh yeah, that's Norman Osborn. And so the Emily scene, she just feels sinister, and I'm like, okay.
It kind of reminds me of like the early attempt that Slott made to, like, with when she was like staring ominously at the children. Like, it kind of reminds me more of that than like at the end when she's like, "Oh, I was just a cinnamon roll. He was here to look after the boys."
Yeah.
I mean, but if say like Norman was like keeping him from her and like said she died or whatever, I think mothers get that like that crazed thing when it comes to their kids, like that mama bear protection shit, you know,
having to make the divorce permanent.
Yeah, I mean, it is though. If he's like kept her away in some aspect or something, you know, I don't know. Who knows? But
would you like to hear a fun science fact?
Sure.
Science.
Gwen's mom isn't going to make it. Pancreatic cancer is terminal.
That was another thing.
She's only there to make her death more comfortable.
Listen, this is the first time we've seen Helen's actual face.
Really?
I can't, other than maybe that miniseries that came out a couple years ago during the pandemic.
The Knock one that he did with
the one that Todd Knock did. But I think other than that, this is the first. That all takes place after she died. So I think this is the first time we've ever seen Helen.
I thought it was interesting that they named Proto-Goblin on the background, and I spoke to you about that earlier.
Oh yeah,
because I mean, like, he didn't have a name like at that point, but in that
technically
part, they had put it in the back.
Yeah, I noticed that. I like technically, like, if we want to, you know, believe this is real, they would that headline should probably be like it should say, like, you know, quote unquote goblin on the loose and then a question mark or something like that. Like, there should be some kind of like, he isn't like, I feel like, because Proto-Goblin is basically like it's like an editorial name, right? Like, he's not really called, like, because there's no actual Green Goblin at all yet.
Yeah, I think it is just editorial.
It's a code name that was given after the fact.
It's a meta name, I think, is the best way to put it.
But the thing is, like, but the character is known as that, like, in official capacity, so it's like, well, you have to call him something. But regardless, like, you know, technically, yeah, that's kind of like I would say that's like a goof. Or it's something that would not make sense, like, in universe for everyone to know. Anyway.
Moving on.
So this is dumb of me. This is a dumb thing I'm asking. Is Proto-Goblin, like, he's mutating in that one page before it cuts to Peter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's becoming more monstrous.
He's mutating more, yeah.
Which actually goes. That's actually lifted from the -1 issue.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I got that right.
Yeah. So I love the scene with Norman.
Is Peter eating milk in a sandwich? Who does that?
I mean, if it's a peanut butter sandwich.
Who drink a sandwich with their milk? Or wait. It sounded stupid.
Who drinks their milk? English is his first language, folks.
Well, it's like dinner, so you know.
I mean, look. If it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you drink milk.
You drink water like a normal person.
My daughter drinks milk.
Is that milk? It looks like milk.
Could be water. Who knows, Neil? Why are we focusing on the damn drink?
Because I'm curious.
Because the last Ultimate Spider-Man issue, that all they ate was they were just eating for 20 pages.
There wasn't enough. There wasn't enough action in that issue, and so therefore it gets a B.
This is my smooth brain moment. Where's the milk?
Wait till they come out with a cookbook now. Like you just spawn this, like
milk.
yeah. Yes.
One of the recipes is just milk. It's not even like blue milk like in Star Wars. It's just
the thing is
milk.
So to kind of, I guess, to sort of talk about the art again, I do think the art does I think it fits the tone insofar as the whole mystery and scheming element of, like, you know, the Emily Osborn stuff and Norman being weird in the background. I think it fits there. I think it fits, like, you know, everything else too. You know, to make it all seem very human and somewhat real. Like, you know, JMD's writing is trying to portray everyone as, like, very three-dimensional and people with depth, with actual problems, and trying to figure out ways to solve them. So, yeah. I'd say that's my art take.
Does anyone else see a bit more Sal Buscema influence? Like, last issue was a lot more Stuart Immonen inspiration, but I see a lot more Sal, especially with the Proto-Goblin stuff and the Sandman.
It is interesting because I feel like his inking is a little different in this one. Maybe he had more time or something, like, because it does seem a little more detailed, I think, this issue than the last one.
It wouldn't shock me because, like you said, it's like 30 pages for the first issue and then only 22 this one.
Like
actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, this is it was a little bit quicker read, obviously, because it's less pages. But I'm digging the vibe.
You get all these, you get action scenes.
Oh, he's right. Yeah, the cross hatching does remind me a lot of the Neil Francis.
You know, and if you want to hear us talk about that, Radiac, become a $5 patron over at patreon.com/Spideydude Network.
Damn, he'll shill for anything.
I mean, it's gonna happen if they want to see the beard and the shaved head.
We gotta get the beard, red nose, and green head. It sounds like a
purple people eater.
That sounds like a nice. Never mind.
But anyways, yeah, I see a lot of. It's kind of a hodgepodge of, like, creative influences, like C. Buscema, Immonen, you.
I would say Immonen and you.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was thinking about that, especially in the first issue. But yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that vibe, Radiac. You are not too far off. Though the eyes, when you, like, I understand what you're saying, Neil, because, like, you know, Sal's like scared eyes always had, like, the tiny pupil with the big old.
Yeah.
You know,
corneas.
Fun fact: in Sal's it's not a science fact, but in Sal's very last issue of Spectacular, there's a scene where he draws himself getting scared by a giant lizard.
drawing Spider-Man has taken his toll. He's done.
I don't know if he knew it was his last issue, but that's a fun little Easter egg that I never caught until it was pointed out to me.
But yeah, easily the highlight of this issue for me is the Sandman stuff. Sandman's like easily the most interesting character in this issue. Because Gwen's there to show dead mom. Harry's there as a plot device to keep the Emily and Proto-Goblin stuff moving. Emily's just a plot device to keep Proto-Goblin moving. Proto-Goblin's kind of there to keep the Spider-Man plot moving. But like the Sandman stuff is like him being a genuine three-dimensional character. And I think it helps that Sandman has that stuff that we can add back into it to show he has a code of honor and stuff.
Yeah.
I did. The thing was, I really did like the Sandman scene, but it was one of those things where I was like, okay, this is after issue 4 because he talks about the vacuum cleaner and it's before 17, 18, 19, I think.
And it's before the appearances in Untold Tales too.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like, I guess I was just thinking like, I like it, but it's like really they had a heart-to-heart in between, two battles and the Sinister Six and everything. But I mean, it's fine. I don't really care. And I like that the narration. He was like, yeah, it didn't last. Johnny got him in the Strange Tales issue and all that, etc. And yeah,
tell Brad
it
what?
works.
Don't tell Brad.
Don't tell Harry. Spider-Man 1.
Well, my philosophy, real quick, Ashley. My philosophy about stuff like this is, these Untold Tales things, and going back into, what they do with continuity in these things is like, if you like it, it's cool, and if you don't like it, you can ignore it. So it really doesn't. It doesn't matter in the end. Like you can use this as a supplement for ASM if you want, but if you don't like it, you don't have to. And even if you do like it, but you're like, oh, maybe this kind of fits, but I'm not sure. Like you can still just kind of like, oh, okay, it's it's like
listen,
ASM like 2.0 or something.
Like you don't have to like all the bits, but there are some pretty solid good bits like through it. So
it's like the symbiote Spider-Man thing where David has told like 5 stories out of like 7 issue time span. So it's like, I think you can kind of pick and choose those ones.
As Venkman did point out on that, it's 7 issues, but there's 3 books at the same time. Like it's not 7 issues. It's like 21 issues of books.
But the time span is those issues. On a hot summer day, you can fry eggs on Zach's dome.
Oh man,
Venkman, please call in.
Venkman,
he makes me laugh all the time when he comments. Please call in.
And Radiac did bring up a good point that I think the Sandman scene works is because it reminds us of his eventual redemption and becoming Reserve Avenger.
Yeah, agreed.
I do like it because of that.
Shit, who was the one who made him a villain again?
It was Byrne.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was Byrne because he
liked the olden days when
because they rebooted the freaking book and then they were gonna do their further to end the first year. They're gonna do the big Sinister Six story as like a homage to the first annual, which was the first year. Oh, we're gonna do this big old Sinister Six story. Poor Adam is trying to do a series review and some a-hole keeps causing a distraction. I wonder who that is. And Venkman is eating dinner and a show for Mr. Venkman tonight.
What else could you ask for?
What did I want to say?
Also, I saw that friend of the show, Feedy, was antagonizing you with Red and Blue Chasm.
On the Discord? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what I wanted to say to like I think a final word for me on the Sandman thing is it is a nice reminder that like what Spider-Man does can make a difference. You know, he can actually save these people, or like help them go on a better path if they want to. Which I feel like a lot of people, they like that idea.
It reminds me a
Of
lot
the character and especially like the recent, the last 10, 20 years or so. So
it reminds me a lot of this isn't really a spoiler for Gamerman 2, but I mean the game's been out for almost a year now, so if you have somehow avoided spoilers, I'm kind of shocked but also very impressed. But one of the things you see throughout the side quests is like a very consistent, like Spider-Man has caused his rogues to redeem themselves in some form or another.
I still have been avoiding spoilers, you jerk.
I didn't say anything about any
specific. He didn't name names.
It's fine.
There were no names named.
But
all right, Carnage got redeemed in Spider-Man 2. You happy?
but that there's several villains who have moved on from being criminals and become like productive members of society, and I think that the Sandman scene here is a very solid, not necessarily an extension, but a similar vibe that Peter.
It's a reminder.
Thanks,
of what,
Adam. I didn't know.
That I'm joking. I'm lying.
I think Peter needed this, to be honest, because he's been feeling it seemed like a little bit down in the dumps, like with
W.
Uncle. Yeah, because he's been portrayed as like this negative person in the media and everything. So I think he kind of needed this to be like, oh, I can, do better and like help others, because it would be easy if I wanted to go down this like bad path. So I do appreciate this like heart to heart, because I think it was really positive for him when he was feeling so crappy. So
it also influences him to want to have a heart to heart with Aunt May, but then of course Spidey stuff gets in the way,
right?
As it does.
Which they'll have a conversation, I think, in issue 4, but
that's going to be coming for sure. Like they're going to have to at some point. She tried to come to him, but he ran off to
go do Spider-Man stuff. Yeah.
So
to save Harry.
I do like that Proto Goblin actually has a family though, because that first issue, I was unsure how to feel about that. Like,
did you think that he was like that? He just imagined the whole thing? Or
no, I thought that those could have been his family, but like,
he was holding them hostage.
No, they look dead. So I was like, dead eyes. Like, what is happening? Like, are these like stuffed dolls of his family?
Weren't those mannequins that he dressed?
They were. It did show like the arm popping off. So I was like, okay, it's like Barbie doll features. It's not his actual family. And like then
if his little boy.
At first, I did think it was his family, and they were just like terrified. But it's like, oh wait, no, these are mannequins.
See, I like that you're like, oh, terrified. My brain's like, oh, they're dead. Like, I don't. Dark. I am dark. But yeah, I really like the aspect of getting to see his family, but it was also kind of creepy that he's like peeking through the window at them. So,
is it bad that I thought it was really funny? Like after the Sandman bit, when Norman's sitting in his study, and then Proto Goblin just shows up there, and Norman's just like, "What do you want? Go away! You're bothering me. I want to read my book."
Although Norman, it's Norman, so it's like,
it's like I never apologize.
Oh, hello. So you're back, because again, in the -1 issue, like he attacks Norman, tries to kill Norman. George and Arthur Stacy end up saving Norman. Arthur gets injured.
Ouchie.
That's how he ends up getting his injury, to where he has to use the cane. And then Arthur, because that was Mackey's pet character. I mean, although he's a Silver Age character, Mackey was the one that actually brought him to do things with him, and then forget about him for multiple issues. Love you, Howard Mackey. I'm glad you're doing better.
Please stop yawning.
I'm sorry.
Damn, Goblin Neil. Okay.
It's Goblin
Neil. This is not Thanksgiving yet. Gobble gobble. I'm drinking Grand Marnier. What is everyone else drinking? My
I don't
best
even
idea
know
is
what that is.
It's alcohol.
I know what I know it's an alcohol, but like, what kind of alcohol?
It's bitter orange.
Is a French brand of liqueurs. The brand's best-known product is the Grandmaster Cordon Rouge, an orange-flavored liqueur created in 1880 by Alexander Marnier
It's Marnier.
Marnier. Oh, excuse me. Marnier Lapostole.
It says pinky up. Walter, is your pinky up while you're drinking?
20% alcohol. Holy shit.
It is made from a blend of cognac brandy, distilled essence of bitter orange, and sugar containing 40% alcohol. Whew. That's the strong stuff. I guess when you've gone through cancer treatments, I suppose you got to do the strong shit. So, yeah.
All right.
Are you raising your pinky up? I am drinking a Coca-Cola from the Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm drinking air.
You were drinking out of a Chick-fil-A cup too.
Yeah, it's one I had from lunch. I just found it on my desk because I'm messy.
Yeah, you is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you is.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
What else we got?
That's it.
Adam,
Done.
we'll start going around the horn for final thoughts. People in the chat, give us your final takes. If you've read this book, let us know by leaving us things down in the chat. Adam, your final takes for the issue.
I like the art. I think the story it's a good start. There's a lot of mystery and scheming. I'm interested in seeing how it all wraps up, and yeah, there's a lot of it's dense stuff, but there's a lot of character depth. Like I said, these characters, they feel real, dealing with real problems. Yeah, it's I think it's worth it. It's different. It's different than ASM. It's written very, very differently than ASM, and I think it's worth it to pick it up.
Yeah, I ended up having to get the Stormbreaker ASM issue. In fact,
Let me see that cover again.
Is that Ghost Rider?
It's the Ghost Rider, yeah. Female Ghost Rider.
Oh, damn. Spirit of Vengeance be thick.
But yeah. So I do like
Glad
it.
Neil said it. It was in my brain though. It was there.
Listen, hold up. Pull the cover back up. Look at those thighs. Holy shit.
Crush
Like
a
Val
watermelon. Yeah.
All right.
Only demons.
Thick thighs save lives.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh, only demons. Oh. Satan gets a cut. He gets 20%.
Thanks, Satan. All right, Ashley, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I was about to go to Ashley, so thank you, Neil.
I don't have any, honestly. Like, I think I've said what I need to say. I think it's overall been pretty interesting. So let's just see how this progresses. Also, I think they did a good draw on Gwen Stacy because she looks pretty hot. So I think so. Some of those she does. She looks really good, especially in the club scene and stuff. Like, I like her draw. Yeah. I like her draw. So
listen. She's not wearing her death suit, but she is wearing that fucking headband.
We're so mad about it.
The headband's fine, but honestly, she probably shouldn't be wearing the headband yet because this is
Ditko. Technically, it should be the clips that Ditko did, but
yeah, it should.
Don't do the nerd emoji.
Yeah, I remember you pointing out this. Hopefully, it'll focus.
It's not.
Oh, she's like, oh, she's gonna call the manager on your ass.
Yeah, but look at
great.
the other ones. Like she looks great in the other. Like,
Well, that's a great reaction shot. though.
Jesus Christ! God!
they're good.
Walter!
Bro.
Dang! Those pinkies are up.
It's like, all right,
He
Zach,
said
just
no
shave your
pinky
head
up.
and everything right now.
Dude, this is right now. Pinkies up for Walter. Like, oh my gosh.
I just want to
power for Walter right now because if it'll freaking do it.
If you don't yell that you love jackpot or something right now,
I want you to. I want you to.
All right, my friend.
Hang on one sec. I gotta show the. You remember the Gold Goblin miniseries where
Yes.
Norman had some inner thoughts. Hang on, I'm pulling it up right now. I made a little.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go through the comments. The only thing that would make this tonight's episode complete is
what is it? Eggplants?
eggplants. Goblin thirst. He likes it. It's funny that the tone of this for this series is much more mature than current ASM, considering we were set in the past 15-year-old Peter Parker as opposed to a grown adult, optimistic on Emily's scheme. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You're done. You're done, Neil.
Neil, you used your great power very irresponsibly, sir.
That was really fast. Like,
Yeah, and I want to say like that's what's cool about DeMatteis' stuff is there is a maturity to it all. There's levity and stuff, and he can do some funny gags and everything, but he takes it all seriously in a way that it feels like it matters.
Yeah,
I tried to get Greg on, but unfortunately he's indisposed. So,
I
you might as well cosplay for that. Don't.
Yo, I think
Zach
Zach, I think he
Redwig.
would slay as a jackpot cosplay.
That is the most horrifying thought in my brain.
Zach, all you need is a red wig and some
I have
big
one of those.
sunglasses.
what? Wait, show a picture of what kind of red wig you're looking at.
Hang on. Jackpot.
I guess since I've used up all my good power, I'm just gonna use I'm gonna say my final thoughts. I liked it. It was good.
Mhm.
Marvel, please let DeMatteis write a book that isn't an untold tale. Let him progress the mythos. Let him do that thing he used to that you hired him to do
Yeah.
back in the
Bring him back
80s,
on
90s.
ASM. He never got a real run on ASM. Like he started right before the Clone Saga, and then they were building towards the Clone Saga. Then he did the Clone Saga, and then he left during the Clone Saga because he got tired of writing part one of, of a 4-part story, or part 2 of a 4-part story. I have no hips. What are you talking about?
Hips don't lie. Them hips don't lie.
I got no assets, all and no hips, my friends.
Shakira.
I mean, this is the costume. This is based on this is Adam Hughes' artwork from the first issue as it uploads.
Is that the one that he's like?
Yes,
he
that's the Mary Jane jackpot costume.
Your audience is turning against you. And for once, it wasn't my fault.
Normally it is. Okay, so everybody, thank you guys for watching that are watching us live on YouTube. It's been a very silly episode.
Show.
Love it.
VIP for the night is Walter. Holy shit, dude! $200 in super chats. You're a mad lad. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You got me speechless, buddy. And became technically $215 because he became a $15 patron.
Oh yeah.
Real one. You the real. Yeah. What have you manifested, Radiac? I got no testicles either.
What?
Chesticles.
I'm playing the ending. We're getting out of here.
Neil said we're done.
All right.
Good day,
So if
sir.
you have not checked out our other fine shows on the network, if you've not checked out our interviews that we've done, whether it be Juan Ferreira, Greg Weisman, or J.M. DeMatteis, check out those. If you have not checked out the recent Chasm Dude experience, do that. And then you can check out Voices from the Eyrie, which Neil and I are working on getting the episodes on YouTube. So will eventually be caught up very, very soon.
The backlog do be coming, guys. Just give us
some
some
time. More ASM Classics coming soon. Check out our Sabi Summit Era podcast is continuing to chug along. So if you like J.M. DeMatteis, he is heavily featured in that particular show. So Clone Saga Chronicles and Spectacular Radio are our two original Vault series shows. And of course, Make My Mayday, which is, I think we finally figured out the date for the next episode, which we're talking about the two Avengers Next issues of Marvel Unlimited. Once again, we got to thank our patrons. You see them up on the screen. Allison, Cindy, Ed, Georgia, Greg, Janelle, Jessica, Jurgen, Catherine. You updated them. Sweet.
Yeah,
Allison,
I told you.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot you put them up there, buddy. I'm sorry. Allison, Cindy, Ed, Georgia, Greg, Janelle, Jessica, Jurgen, Joyce, Catherine, Kale, Laura Howard, Lump Moose, Master Dram and Phoenician, RJ, Scott, Vanessa, and Vicky, as well as Sarah, Tara, and now Walter, as well as our friendly neighborhoods here, Greg, Lisa, Ultimate Fangirl EXE, Keegar, and Joey, and then our VIPs, Scott McGraw and Venkman. Thank you guys for your support over on patreon.com/Spideydude Network. Once again, check out the latest Books of X podcast. That is the Patreon first show, and our MTV series is up there on the Patreon as well. Thank you again for watching us live. If you have not already followed us on the social medias, at Spideydude Radio, on Twitter, at Spideydude Network, Threads, Facebook, and Instagram. Also on TikTok. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, why not? You got to give us that like, share, subscribe. If you're listening to the audio edition, go over to youtube.com/Spideydude Radio Network. And of course, if you want to be like Walter and leave us voicemails or call us in the middle of the show, 818-925-6631. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time here on the Spideydude Radio Network.